Year 6 and welcome to your final maths lesson of the week. So today we're going to be looking at pie charts again, but we are going to be taking our learning a little bit further and to the next step. So our WALT for today is to interpret pie charts involving percentages. So we're going to be using some of the work we did the other week on percentages as well today. So today you might get a question something like this. It says 150 children voted for their favourite ice cream flavours. Here are their results. So we've got a pie chart in the middle with favourite ice cream flavours, strawberry, banana, chocolate, vanilla, milk, mint chocolate, and we've got the percentages for them there. So the question is, it says how many people voted for vanilla? So let's have a look how we would work this out. Just excuse my neighbour's lawnmower in the background, if you can hear that there. So let's have a look. How many people voted for vanilla? So vanilla is blue, and that's 10%. So we need to do 10% of 150 because that's how many children were asked altogether. And I know to find 10%, we divide it by 10. So how many people voted for vanilla would be 150 divided by 10, which would be 15. The next one, how many more people voted for chocolate than mint chocolate chip? So let's have a look at chocolate. That is purple, or purpley grey. So if 10% is 15, we want 3 lots of that to get 30%. So chocolate, I'm going to make a little jot in there, is 45, because 15, 30, 45. And mint chocolate chip is the green, and that's 20%. So if 10% is 15, 20% is 30. And then in the question actually is though, how many more people voted for chocolate? So how many more people? So what's the difference between 45 and 30? It's 15. And the last one, how many people chose chocolate, banana and vanilla all together? Right, so we've done vanilla is 15, we've done chocolate is 45, banana is also 10, so that's also 15. So we need to do 15 add 15 is 30, add 45 is 75. And that's that question there. Right, the next question. There are 200 pupils in Key Stage 2 who chose their favourite hobbies. How many pupils chose each hobby? So we've got walking, reading, cricket, swimming, dancing, football. Okay, so 200 altogether. So this pie chart represents 200 pupils. Okay, so I'm going to start now. I've got to work out how many pupils chose each one. We've got the percentages. We've got to work out what each section of the pie chart is worth. So a bit like we did yesterday, how many pupils each section is worth. So let's have a look at reading there. That's 50%. So I can do that really quick because I know 50% is a half. So half of 200 is 100. So reading would be 100. Okay, so I've done that one. I'm then going to do the next easiest, and I think the next easiest is the 10% one, so I'm going to do swimming. So I want 10% of 200, so I need to divide 200 by 10, and I get 20. So swimming is 20. Now, because I've done 10%, I can also do 5% quite easily, because 5% is half of 10%. So I just half this 10%. So if 10% is 20, 5% must be 10. So green, dancing 5%, so that's 10. And we've got another 5%, which is blue walking, so that's 10 as well there. Okay, so now we've got cricket and football to do. So cricket, let's have a look, is 15% on football, 15% as well. So we know, I might just do a little jot in here, we've already worked out that 10% is 20. And we've just worked out that 5% is half of that, so that's 10 pupils. So for 15%, we want to add them and add them. So I know that cricket is going to be 30 and football is going to be 30. So if you remember from our work the other week, you can see how this all links in as well. to get rid of my jottings there. How many people chose each hobby? I've done. I will just check that they all total 200 when added together. So 100 plus 10, 110, add 30 is 140, 160, 170, 200. Yeah, it all adds up. Next one. This one is a little bit different. Okay, it says 15 people in this survey have no siblings. Use this information to work out how many people took part in the survey altogether. So we need to work out how many altogether took part in this survey. Now work out how many people each segment of the pie chart is worth. So it's what we always do. Each section is worth how many children, and can you represent the information in a table? So I've drawn the table there. Now I can already fill in some information because it says 15 people have no siblings. No siblings is blue, which is 5%. So I know that 5% is 15. So I'm going to make a little jotting of that. 5%. I've done an extra dot there, haven't I? 5% is 15 children. I know that, so I can use that to work everything else out. So 5% equals 15. So no siblings, I'm going to put 15 there because it's asked us to do it in a table. Right, the next one. Okay, the next easiest I think is going to be this 10%. So if 5% is 15, to get 10%, obviously 5 doubled is 10, so I would double 15 and I would get 30. Now don't just fill it straight in there, but you've got to see what section it is. So it's the purpley grey, which is 2 siblings. So 2 siblings is 30. Right, now all the others are a little bit trickier. So what we need to do for the others, we're still going to use that 5% to help us. But what we need to do is we actually need to work out what 1% is worth. How many children is 1%? So to get from 5% to 1%, we've divided it by 5. So we do the same to this side. So 15 divided by 5. How many 5s in 15? 5, 10, 15 is 3. So we know now that 1% equals 3. So I can rub all this off and I'm just going to stick with that fact there. And that is going to help me work out everything else. So 1% equals 3 children. Right then, so for one sibling, it's 9%. So if 1% equals 3 children, 9%, obviously to get from 1% to 9%, I've times it by 9. So I have to times this by 9. So 9 times 3 is 27. There. Next one, 3 siblings. 3 siblings is orange. So if I know 1% is 3, I want 17%. So to get from 1% to 17%, I've times it by 17. Done times by 17. So I have to times 3 by 17. So I might come up here, 17 times by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 1 there, a little 2 there. 3 times 1 is 3. Add 2, 4, 5. So orange, 3 siblings, 17%, 51 children had 3 siblings. Okay, next one. Again, I'm just going to keep rubbing this out so I'm not confusing you with all my jottings. 4 siblings, green, 28%. So if I know 1% is 3 children, I've times that by 28. So that means I need to times 3 by 28. So I can do 28 times by 3. 3 times 8, 8, 16, 24. 4 there, a little 2 there. 3 times 2 is 6, add 2 is 8. So 84 children had 4 siblings. Okay, and the last one, so same again, we've got that 1% now, so we can work out all of these from that. And the last one, 5 siblings, so 31%. So if 1% equals 3, I want 31%. Obviously, times it by 31. From 1 times 31 you get to 31, so I need to do 31 times 3. So I can just do that in my head because I know that 31 add 31 is 62, add another 31 is 93. Just make sure it actually looks like a 9 there. Okay, so I've done that. Now work out how many people each segment of the pie chart is worth. Tick. Can you represent the information in a table? Yes. The final question here is we've got to add them all up. Now, because I've pretty much wrote them in the column anyway, I can just stick a little add sign there and let's add them up. So 5 add 7. Well, actually, I'm going to look for some number bonds here. So we've got 7 add 3 is 10. 4 add 1 is 5, add 5, that's 20. So 0 there, put the 2 on top of my next column. 2 add 1 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, add 5, 13, add 8 is 21, add 9 is 30. So how many people took part in the survey altogether? The answer is 300. Fab. Right, and the last question, which you might get something like today, is this one. It says 120 boys and 100 girls were asked which was their favourite subject. Here are the results. So 120 boys. So this is the boys. Now I'm going to just jot down here this pie chart 120. So all this represents 120. And 100 girls. 100 girls there. Jack says more girls prefer maths than boys because 60% is bigger than 50%. So let's have a look. Girls, maths is blue, blue is 60%. Girls, boys, maths is blue, that's 50%. So, well, yes, 60% is bigger than 50%. However, he is not right because different numbers of pupils were asked, so more boys were asked than girls. If it was 100 and 100, well then yes, he would be right, but actually more boys have been asked. So let's have a look then. More girls prefer maths than boys because 60% is bigger than 50%. Do you agree? Explain why. So no, I don't agree. And because if I want to work out 60% of 100, I'd do 10% of 100, which is 10. Then to get 60%, obviously I've times it by 6. So I times that by 6 to get 60. So 60 girls prefer maths. Right, let's look at the boys. For 120, so I want 50% of 120. Well, 50% is the same as a half, and half 120 is 60. So that's the girls. And then boys, well, half 120 is also 60. So more girls prefer maths than boys? No, it's not right because 60 girls prefer maths and 60 boys prefer maths. So I would just write that there. And that's how we've done that one. The most important thing for this is to write down how many people are in each pie chart. Okay, so a little bit different for you today. Because it's Friday, I thought we would have an extra special challenge. So there is no My Maths task today. Okay, no My Maths task. So don't be going on and panicking because there isn't one. Okay, so what I would like you to do today for a special challenge is the pie chart challenge sheets. So they look like this. There's 2 to do. Now these are available on the website where the links to all the videos are. You will see them. Okay, now if you've got a printer at home, you can print them off. If you've not, don't worry, because you can just look at the sheet on the screen and then just do your working out on some paper or in your books. That's absolutely fine. Now they are a bit tricky. Okay, they are a bit tricky, and that's why it's called a challenge. But I think we can do it. So if you just watch this video really carefully, have a go at the pie chart challenge sheets. Okay, and I think we can do it. And if you want to email your work into your teachers or tweet it, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to just keep it in your book at home, that's fine too. But there's no My Maths today because it's Friday and I thought we would have a special challenge. So good luck, Year 6. Take your time with them. But I've gone through very similar questions on this video, so I think you will absolutely smash it. Good luck.